mate.
Right, and that was what I was going to say, but then when you went, oh, yeah, fuck it, I thought maybe...
Oh, he's got potential energy, yeah. That's the one. That's what Gaz is thinking. Fucking idiot. You don't play tactically in this game. That's what irritates. It's not.
I didn't think explosion would be my second guess.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Put your mum into it, but not. Don't bring Atlas into this. You call my mum a.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very true. Yeah. Hi, guys. You come in at a bad time. We're just having a discussion about our mothers. Hi, Mum, if you're watching.
Lovely to have you here.
Yeah. Hi, Ryan's mum, if you're watching.
Hi, Gaz's mum. I know you're not watching, but
it's true.
Oh no, that's going.
Once again, I think following in fashion that we've done past couple of pods, there's no introduction here. We're going straight in. We love you.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Gaz.
And this is Bromantic. But now there's no introduction.
Yeah.
We're going straight in.
In fact, we literally, I said there's no introduction, and then you introduced the pod.
I know. I was like, wow, we have to do that.
Yeah, true. Introducing us.
And the podcast.
Yeah. Am I the arsehole? Throwing it straight at you. Right. It's a good one.
Okay, I'm
ready. It's a good one. We've got... I shouldn't say that before we start. It's probably average. Expectations low.
That's what I'd always say.
Ever since my husband and I started dating almost 20 years ago, he's wanted to wake me up in the mornings to cuddle. That's not a code for anything. It's really just cuddling. I've told him I don't want to be woken up to cuddle and that I can text him to cuddle after I wake up. I know it sounds sweet, but he snores really loudly. So what ends up happening is that he goes back to sleep and I stay awake listening to him snore. And then I'm tired all day from waking up early.
Well, 20 minutes. I'm tired all day from waking up 20 minutes early.
We actually don't sleep together at night because I can't sleep with his snoring, which he also hates because he loves to cuddle during the night too. He has a CPAP but doesn't like to use it. So after all these years together, he still tries to wake me up in the morning to cuddle every few weeks or months. I used to sometimes let him, but realised I was reinforcing it, so I've stopped allowing it because I want him to stop doing it. This morning he woke me up to cuddle at 5:30 a.m. I told him I didn't want to cuddle yet, and he jumped back out of the bed, yelled at me and stormed out. Now for the entire rest of the day he's been withdrawn and mad, and he told me to go away when I tried to talk to him about it, like I'm the one in the wrong. Am I the arsehole?
That's a good one. You're quite right. It's interesting.
What are your thoughts?
Rather annoyingly, I'm more on her side. Purely because there are so many things you can do to stop snoring. Mm-hmm. Whether it's surgery, you don't want to wear the CPAP, whatever. Mm-hmm. I think it's maybe she handled it more delicately at first and is now tired of handling it delicately. Yeah. Because it sounds like it's gone on for a long time. Yeah. So I doubt he's just coming for a cuddle once. Do you know what I mean? She's like, fuck off, mate. Do you know what I mean? I think there's a bit more of a build-up than that.
See, I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I do. Yeah. And yes, it's probably irritating for her, and no one should have to do anything they don't have to and whatever and blah, blah. But then kind of in a way, I think, yes, you do. Like in a relationship, if you know that one of your other half's like happiest moments is just to like have a little cuddle in the morning and he really enjoys it and you don't,
I'll be like if you enjoy it that much, get a surgery and stop yourself snoring. Yeah. Then you can.
Yeah, I suppose it depends if the snoring is the only thing though.
Yeah, that's the only thing she's mentioned.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound to me like that. It sounds like that's probably an issue when trying to go back to sleep, but it doesn't really sound like it's
the fact is they sleep in different beds because of his snoring.
Yeah, that is a completely different issue altogether.
Yeah.
Once you and your partner start sleeping separately because you snore and you still don't do
That's what I mean.
The fact he's got a machine for it as well.
Yeah, and he doesn't like using it.
Yeah.
So I'm not really against her because I think she's got a clear issue and he's like, well, I don't like using the CPAP machine. Well, then fuck off. Like, I'm sorry.
No, I can see that.
It sounds arseholey.
The thing is, I would get that if he wanted to cuddle every night.
Yeah.
Then I would be like, fair enough, like, go and sort your shit out. If he wants to do it once every couple of months, like, Jesus Christ, give the man a cuddle.
Yeah, look.
Do you know what I mean?
I do get that, once every couple of weeks, couple of months, whatever.
I'm sure there's many things he does that he doesn't want to do.
I also think 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, but I very much believe that a relationship should be give and take. And I think there's many things that, both people in a relationship do that you don't really want to do, but you just get on with it for the sake of your partner.
Yeah.
And I think once every couple of months, if the man wants to cuddle in the morning and you sacrifice an hour of sleep, just do it. Yeah. Just fucking do it. Do you know what I mean? It's not the end of the world.
I don't dispute what you're saying. I just think the stronger point is go fucking sort your snoring out.
But I think that's a separate point. I don't think that's along the same lines. I don't think you go, I'll cuddle you once your snoring sorted. Do you know what I mean? The sleeping in separate beds issue is like, we'll sleep together once your snoring sorted. But like, if he's like, okay, cool, I'll sleep in separate beds. If you can't stand my snoring, we sleep in separate beds. No worries.
I'm sorry.
Bearing in mind, he likes to cuddle at night too, but he's done that anyway because she's obviously said, I can't deal with your snoring. He's like, okay, if you want to sleep in separate beds and blah, 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 we won't cuddle at night. He's obviously not happy with that already. Do you know what I mean? So he's already made that sacrifice.
I just think he's a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I can't get round that.
Yeah, he's a knob for not
Is she the
sorting it.
arsehole? I'm sorry, no. He's an idiot. No one's an arsehole. He's a fucking idiot.
I think you're expanding the problem, though.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm getting to the root of the problem.
Oh, okay.
You're not rooting
You're
into
surface
it.
level.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah, that's the problem. You're listening to this bit. Oh yeah, I'm down here, boy. I'm getting the nutrients. Soaking it up. And I'm hearing the problem.
I'm hearing the undertones of what you've just read.
You hear what she's saying. I hear what she's saying. That's the difference.
What is it? You're listening. I'm hearing what she's saying. Yeah, that's the difference between us.
I'm fucking. She's looking at me with the nod. She's telling me.
Going,
you giving her vacant eyes. So she's just not talking to you.
I'm like, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Now you're like, no, you're the problem. Just give him a cuddle. I'm like, I'm hearing your girlfriend.
Sort your snoring out.
I'll pick it. Yeah, he's an idiot.
Sort your snoring out, Jeff. All right?
Yeah, wherever you are.
Sort out that fucking snoring.
I think it's a fucking. That's the root cause of. Yeah. It's
so
the
what
root
happens if he
cause
sorts the snoring out and then she still don't want to cuddle in the morning?
Then she's the arsehole. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you don't think I'm editing that, you just going, she's the arsehole. After all of that.
We'll quit this podcast if you start doing that.
I'll be like, she's the arsehole, and you'll be like, she's the arsehole. I'll be like, excellent. Thank you.
Start fucking. I'll be like. You're just putting random words together. Gaz, I love you. Just.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that. Edit. Done.
Yeah. So I'm
You're
not
strongly on her side.
I am.
You started off like, I can kind of see where she's coming from. I don't think she's... And now you're like, fuck that guy. I've thought about it. And that guy needs to sort his fucking snoring out.
Yeah, because the more I just think it's such an
easy thing to fix.
Yeah.
So now that you've dealt with that emotional baggage, how you been?
Yeah, not bad. There was actually a couple of things I wanted to throw your way. Now, I know this What's that?
Why do you get so annoyed when I do that?
Because if I don't hear what you said...
I said exciting.
Right, exciting.
I'm just making a brief comment. You don't need to stop.
No, but if I need to know what it was.
you do it so aggressively now. You do it so aggressively.
Yeah, because I'm the first to knowledge.
I'm like, exciting. You're like, what?
What? What?
Stop interrupting me. Do you understand? I'm speaking. You shush. Sorry,
well, just say easy words for me to catch. Like, cool.
I'll just say those bits really loudly for no reason. Yeah. Exciting.
Like AI.
Yeah. This is great.
And anywho, what I was going to say,
yes.
I know we're not like a media podcast, but I actually really do enjoy having a chit chat about movies and stuff.
Okay.
First one.
Yes.
Bit off the wall, this one. I don't know if many people have seen it. Mm-hmm. If you love true movies...
The channel?
No, just where it's really happened. And you love sporting movies.
Yep.
And you love murder mystery. Foxcatcher.
Okay.
It was BAFTA nominated.
Right.
2 times. And it is based on a true story of the DuPont family in America. Mm. And it really highlights people who are autistic before, people were actually diagnosed with autism.
Right.
So he's the son of a very wealthy family. I think the wealthiest family in America at this time.
Yeah.
And he loves wrestling.
Okay.
Not WWE wrestling, like proper
like Olympic wrestling.
Olympic wrestling, yeah. And he basically gets the best wrestlers in America to come to live on his property and gets them to wrestle.
Right.
So that's the basis of it. But one of the best wrestlers is also a bit autistic, and so is he. So they build this very strange relationship.
Right.
But then this guy's brother, who's a fantastic wrestler and a much better coach, and this, that, and the other, also comes. And it's about how this rich DuPont guy gets jealous of this.
Okay.
Right? The way the movie's filmed, though, it's like you're really watching it happen. It's got Channing Tatum in it. He's one of the wrestlers. It's got Steve Carell. It's got Mark Ruffalo. Great movie.
What a cast as well. Jesus.
Yeah. You can see why it was nominated.
Is it got the one that played Jim in The Office?
No, he's not in it.
Oh, okay.
Kradensky?
Yeah, because I know Steve Carell and him got together for another project, but I can't remember if it was that one.
Nah, you wouldn't even know this is Steve Carell. He acts so brilliantly.
He's a fantastic actor.
The makeup on him as well is amazing. Like,
Jesus.
So, Foxcatcher. Really great movie, even if you're not into any of those genres.
On that topic,
I
was reading watching a TikTok.
You could have started reading on
yeah. No, I saw a thing where they were saying like the numbers of autism, how people were saying autism is like a made up disease because before 1970 there was no autism, and someone was just like, no, like it just wasn't known.
Yep.
And then they were going through all these really famous scientists and the behaviours they exhibit and stuff like that's clearly autism.
Yep.
I wish I fucking saved that post because there was I think Nikola Tesla had some really odd behaviours. Like never left his house, didn't want to do this, was obsessed with like trains or something. Do you know what I mean? They had some really, really weird obsessions that are clearly, when you look at them, are clearly autism.
There's a Spanish king that clearly had an obsession. Obviously, like people with autism normally have obsessions, don't they? He had an obsession with snooker.
Right.
And there's a family photo of him with a cue and his children as snooker balls.
Fantastic.
And they were like, that guy.
But yeah, because obviously quite a lot of autistic people have brilliant minds.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there are obviously autistic people that don't, but a lot of them have like brilliant minds. So some of the greatest inventors and scientists and stuff like that, people are like, if you look at their behaviours and like what people said about them and stuff like that, loads of them were very clearly autistic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think what's very interesting is obviously Tom Stockman right now, arguably one of the top 2 strongest men in the world.
No.
I nearly said the strongest man in the world, but I've changed it. And that's a discussion for another time, but...
Because he hates him.
Yeah, definitely not. I love him. But autistic.
Is he?
And and some people do say it's because he's able to focus narrowly on his training and diet and stuff.
Yeah.
Because of the type of autism he's got.
Okay.
And they say it really helps him. And he's got a brother who guides him fantastically.
Well, yeah.
So it kind of complements the situation well.
Oh, fantastic.
So I think that's very good for people who have autism.
I think some of the behaviours that Brian Shaw exhibits are quite autistic.
Yeah.
Or I think he might be on the spectrum because he doesn't have one thing he's focused on, but he seems to... I think I'm talking like I know him personally, but...
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah.
But,
Brian.
Yeah, that would be my nickname for Brian. You're Bri. He's Bri.
Nice.
Yeah, so he like hyper focuses on. So like obviously he did strongman, or he did basketball first, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Then he did strongman, hyper focused on that, completed strongman. Then he started hyper focusing on MMA for a while, didn't he?
I think someone's offered him a contract, but I'm not sure if he's going to do arm wrestling instead.
Yes, so I was about to say now he's gone into arm wrestling. I keep seeing a lot of stuff on but he gets so into it, like he takes it very seriously. Whether that's just like his personality and the kind of thing he kind of gets into, but it kind of rings true to me that like it's almost an obsession of his.
I think no matter what Brian Shaw did in life, whether he was a mechanic,
he was
an accountant, whatever, he was going to be very good at it.
Yeah, because he makes sure that he's the best.
I don't know if that's more of an ADHD quality.
Possibly. I don't really understand ADHD, mate. I'm not going to lie.
No, really.
Because every video I watch where they go, if you've got this and this and this, I've got ADHD.
Yeah, I know.
All of them.
I do agree with that. Sometimes
if you wake up in the morning and you're a little bit tired sometimes, you've got ADHD. If you go to bed, just before you go to bed, you think, I can't really sleep. You've got ADHD.
These are all...
You can walk into rooms sometimes and forget why you walked in there. You've got ADHD.
Right, I get it. I get it.
You
But
have ADHD. Do you have ADHD?
my missus thinks I've got everything. Sure, you're a bit of autistic, aren't you? I'm like, why? It's not just because of the way you are with things. You've got ADHD, haven't you, Ryan? Oh, you have, yeah.
It would explain a lot. Autism would explain a lot with you.
Well,
It would.
yeah, all right, fair enough.
Not in a bad way.
I was just knocking her for that, and you've done the same thing.
No, not in a bad way. I'm not saying that, like, but it would. Some of your behaviours would be explained very well by autism.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, they say everyone's on the spectrum a little bit. Don't
They
they?
do.
So, fine. Okay. Well, anyway, the next movie or next thing I was to talk about is Rings of Power.
Okay.
Now, I watched the first season, and I was like, I'm only watching this because it's Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
It's not that enjoyable. It's quite forgettable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the second season.
Mm.
I'm now watching it because I enjoy it.
Okay.
The second season is much better.
Do they step it up in action and stuff, or
I think it's because you know the characters a little bit better now.
right?
There's so much introducing a backstory and this sort of stuff in
Yeah,
the
I
first
suppose,
one that it's quite dull.
Mm.
In the second one, I now know what I'm watching, and I won't give anything away, but there's a character now which has a lot more involvement, which is needed, and he's now in it a lot more, and it's good.
Okay.
So
It's definitely on my to watch list. Me and the missus at the moment are going through like a phase of like we've got a list of things we need to watch, but we're like just going back and watching like The Office, and we're watching like stuff we've already watched.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. But
Have you watched the Hobbit movies?
yes, love them.
Oh, really?
You don't like them?
Fucking hate them.
Really?
But someone who's watched the Rings of Power says you kind of need to watch them.
Okay. Yeah, no, I really enjoy the Hobbit movies. Not as much as Lord of the Rings,
No.
but no, I think they're.
I think they're
good.
so poorly done compared to Lord of the Rings. I think that's why
Really?
it's
What?
like,
Wait, in what sense?
all like the CGI for me in it, the bit where we're in the barrels going down the river, and I get.
I think that's a brilliant part.
I hate it's so over the top.
Yeah,
Stupid.
that's the
No,
whole
I'm not
point,
into it. No,
Oh, you're not.
I'm not into that. You know, I'm not.
Okay.
I always say, as I say in everything, it has to stick to the laws of physics for the film that I'm watching. So all these superhero movies,
Then yeah, absolutely, that would annoy you.
yeah, right,
Because it's ridiculous.
exactly.
But it's funny. Like I think
Also,
that's the
part
point.
of the book, and I get that.
Yeah.
But I fucking hate it. I just hate it. I watch it and I go, stupid.
I think the thing is, I know people who have read the books get quite annoyed with it because they've obviously to turn it into 3 films, a book that's like this.
Yeah, what?
They've had to add in and
Long
dramatise
that
and
out.
yeah. Because obviously there was no the elf lady and the dwarf guy. There was never a relationship between an elf and a dwarf in the books or anything. Do you know what I mean? So they've added a romance, they've added this, they've added that. Yeah. But my favourite character from that is the bear man. Man that turns into a bear.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Sorry.
But I've erased a lot of that from my memory, so.
Yeah, fair. To make room for Rings of Power.
Yeah, exactly. And even that, I couldn't remember much of the first season. I was like, shit, who's that? What are they doing on there? What? Who the fuck is this? Like, Numenor? I totally forgot it was a place. Suddenly they're in Numenor, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't forget all about this place. It's like the biggest places in the first season. I was like, what the fuck are they doing here?
Yeah. It's definitely going to watch this. That and House of Dragon. If you watch House of Dragons. Oh, you don't like Game of Thrones?
No,
though,
I
do
do.
you?
I do like Game of Thrones. Yeah, I'm one of the people that won the last season.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Right.
Awful.
So I will say, compared to the rest of it, it's rushed, but it isn't
Massively.
terrible.
Yeah, it's
I was
massively.
watching it, I was like,
I think the problem with it is, like, so when the last season came out, me and the missus watched from season 1 and watched all the way through because it'd been so long since I'd seen and I was like, right, I need to refresh it. She hadn't seen it, so I was like, right, let's watch from season 1 all the way through.
Yeah.
Brilliant. When you watch it straight after the other seasons, it just doesn't stack up.
No, so I mean, I did do that.
That battle should have been a fucking season on its own. That whole fucking battle.
This is what I'm saying. I do get all that. I'm not saying that that's wrong, but I didn't hate it.
Just couldn't stand it.
I
think it just ruined it. I think if it was a standalone thing on its own, and like maybe you had one season before building up, then it'd be pretty good. You'd be like, that's quite good. It's the fact that the rest of it was so intricate and so well done that when you rush the last season like that, you then go, you fucked it. Like you fucked the series. You haven't fucked it like the general story or anything like that. As I say, if there was one season before,
like the ending of
What?
Game
Where
of Thrones.
they made what's his face?
Yeah, I didn't really like any of that. I've got to be honest with you. When I was watching, I was like,
Yeah.
like, don't get me wrong. I know my opinion doesn't really matter compared to the masses, but me personally, I went,
I'm just very happy, and obviously I'm trying to say as little as possible. I mean, if you've not seen Game of Thrones by this point, fucking, you're not watching it. So, I was really happy that Arya killed the Frost King, because that's who I wanted to kill him.
oh really?
Yeah. Arya was my favourite character. I was like,
really?
she needs to come and be a badass, like in the final fight.
Yeah.
She needs to come and be like, she's obviously been separated from her whole family the whole series, just training and becoming this fucking ninja. Absolutely smashed it. So happy she killed him. And the way she did it was banging. She dropped the knife, caught it, stabbed him.
Yeah. My favourite character was the Hound. When I saw him return, I was like, yes.
Yeah, he was.
When he had a little bit of a part, went
love
away for a
hate.
bit.
Yeah, love hate with the Hound.
I just loved him the whole time.
Yeah. Didn't know. Was he bad? Is he good? Was he?
Yeah.
Just do as he's told, mate.
Yeah.
That's what his thing was. He was like, I don't really care.
And his brother.
The Mountain.
Yeah, what's his name in it though? Sir.
Clegane or something.
Yeah, Clegane, yeah. I thought they were fighting the last season's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the other one's dead, though, isn't he?
Oh, I liked it anyway. So
No,
I'm gonna say, like, if anyone was like, what did I think? I'd probably give it all about a 9 out of 10, and I'd say the last season's about 7.6. It's not bad.
Yeah, no, it just ruins the whole thing. It just ruins Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones as a thing, but there are also so many things in Game of Thrones that I feel weren't followed through, and weren't, like, the Red Witch lady should have been such a bigger part. Like, that whole side of things was made such a big deal of, and just kind of fizzled to nothing.
Yeah, just a bit dead in the end.
Yeah, just.
I'll tell you what never fizzled for me was Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad was fantastic.
That's the first and only thing I've ever binge watched.
Oh, really? So I remember where I watched Breaking Bad, and I binged the entire thing. I was working a job down in Margate.
Oh, okay.
At the Dreamland.
Yeah.
So it was when it was shut down. It wasn't active anymore. I was working a job there, and I was on like a run of like 8 or 9 night shifts. I need to watch it. Do you know what I mean? So I chucked Breaking Bad on. Mate, I couldn't wait to go back to work.
Yeah.
I woke up like, right, I might just go in early because I could start just chuck it. Because obviously, you know how it is. You chuck Breaking Bad on a tablet, chuck Breaking Bad on and just like chill, do patrols or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mate, banging. I binged the whole thing all the way through, and I was like, this is fun, so good. I think I had like 5 episodes left when I finished the job.
Oh, really?
And I was like, I just need to sit and watch these. I can't
Can't
leave
not
this
know
now.
the last bit, yeah.
But yeah, absolutely fantastic Breaking Bad.
Yeah. It's the only show I've stayed up way later than I should have to watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, normally I'm pretty good at being like,
Okay, time.
that's done.
It's done.
But I'd be like, I'll only be really tired, not extremely tired if I watch one more. So I could probably get one more in there.
So bad.
Well,
that kind of thing
5, and
is
it's
awful,
like 2.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Could be squeezing
yeah,
over.
I'm already going to be tired. Yeah, I absolutely loved Breaking Bad. I'd recommend that if you haven't seen it.
There you go. Boom. Magical times.
Totally off subject, while we're on just the subject of nothingness. I got a National Trust pass
Oh, yeah.
for the year.
Lovely. I think we used to have one. I still need to check with Jade to see if it's still a thing.
The app is amazing.
Right.
So they comes with a book. I was looking through this book and Becca downloaded the app. It's just like, I can literally, it gives me a list of everything closest to us. So like 7 miles, 8, 9, 12.
Oh, that's fantastic, yeah.
I was like, fuck it, that's so much easier for me to see.
Absolutely.
Where we go, like what's close, what we should actually go to.
We never had that. We never downloaded that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have, but she did, thank God. So we've now already picked like 4 or 5 places that we're going to go to that's not that far. Also, you know when it's like deceiving, it's like, it's only 13 miles away. You forget English roads are not straight. I put it up on the sat nav. I was like, fucking
3.5 hours.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's a fucking lie. Yeah, so some places I've had to be like, no, I'm sorry. I know we said yeah to that, but we're definitely not yet.
Do the early morning leave and go.
Yeah, I know, some places. But you know when they're like, yeah, it looks all right, we can go to that. No, I'm not pulling all day for that. Fuck that. It's just a wall.
It's just a wall.
It was interesting when it was close.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You got to find it like a group of like 3 or 4 right near each other and then go to them.
A little cluster.
Yeah. Like, it's a day of history.
Yeah.
Learn at this. Take it all in.
Yeah, it's not even 2 yet. And I'm like, this here's the bridge built by... I don't even know
reading all the placards to him.
Yeah. You know I'm a sucker for that as well, don't you?
Yeah, 100%.
I do that with Elijah. So, what we're looking for here, Elijah, is this tree?
This is a honeythorn dew one.
What's that? This is a true story.
Yeah, I'm like, what's it do, Ryan? What's the magic in it?
Yeah, it's only a mystery.
Yeah.
I'm like,
This is the thing, like, we're walking through the forest and I'm like, here's a magic tree, look, blah, blah, that's where the fairies live. Here, take your sword, blah, blah, this is magic. And then you're like, on this sign...
yeah. The red maple tree blossoms the bright yellow.
Tell us about the magic.
Yeah. Well,
You
the
should well-
wizard needs yellow.
Still a thing to this day.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was... Unbelievably, that worked, didn't it? When
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, they'll blossom in a week's time if we find the potion. Went back there in a week. It blossomed. I was like, oh,
Fantastic.
results. Yeah. It worked.
No, the yellow thing is still a thing to this day, by the way.
Oh, well.
So whenever he sees, like, buttercups and all that lot growing, he's like, wizard's scared of them.
We didn't need any yellow today, did we?
No, we did need a doctor, almost called an ambulance,
Oh,
for a fucking sting, mate, yeah.
Yeah.
Elijah's first run-in with a stinging nettle. It was a fantastic time for everyone involved.
Yeah. A touch traumatic.
Yes. Yeah, it was. You know, just slap him and be like, man, the fuck up. No, bless him. He doesn't know what it is, so. I can be, sometimes I feel like I'm a bit, like, dismissive, and I have to catch myself.
I didn't think you were dismissive of it at all.
No, but I catch myself.
Oh, right.
So what I start to do is what I did at the start. Where I'm like, you're fine. Just stop it. Like, it's just a red mark, blah, blah. And then I have to catch myself and be like, he's 5. Come on. Like, he's just to be stung by a stinging nettle. He doesn't have a clue what it is. It's just burning now. Okay. That's what he's kind of going through. And I do have to catch myself and be like, sympathy, Gaz. Sympathy.
Yes.
Show some sympathy to the child.
That's all he wants.
Yeah. But yeah, it was also my fault. So.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't think, like I said, I don't think it was. I think had it have gone slightly differently, it would have been good.
Yeah.
But it just unfortunate.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, that he got his arm stung.
Don't throw your kids in stinging nettles.
Yeah, it was a good lesson at first.
Yeah. We're like, this will hurt for a minute. Oh, God, he's trying.
God, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah. First running. Yeet.
You got it. I fell when I was young. I fell in a pit of stinging nettles. It's one of the only things I remember from my childhood.
How old were you?
Probably about 6 or 7, I'd imagine.
We have a very similar story. What did you do once you fell in?
I probably cried and climbed out. I was on like a walk with my parents, and there was like a walkway either side full of stinging nettles.
This is very similar to my story.
I dropped a teddy bear into the stinging nettles and I think I reached out to grab it and fell in.
But did you just you just stung then? They didn't rub you with dock leaves or anything like that?
Oh, no.
So I went with my dad and my brothers on a bike ride. And my dad turned and he went, this bit is slim and there are stinging nettles on both sides, so be careful. Right? Me, I was like, shit. I was an absolute fraidy cat when I was young. I was wobbling. Oh, no. Well, suddenly, boom, I'm in. Started rolling. Like that was going to help. So my dad stripped me down to my pants, threw me in a river.
What?
Yeah, he's like, I'll call you off.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it worked.
That's the thing with stinging nettles, just calling them off.
Yeah. I think what it is you get so cold, you don't think about the sting.
Oh, that's probably it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Literally yeeted me.
Cover up abuse with abuse.
Yeah. He was like, hey, 2 wrongs make a right in this one. Because I was grateful to be in that river.
I can fucking imagine, yeah. Yeah, it was a horrible moment when I was young. Traumatic.
Yeah, it's funny enough, something I can remember clearly as well.
Can you imagine if it was in the same place?
I know that would be. Mine was at Sean Country.
Oh,
no.
fucking no, mate.
Oh, okay.
I've got a clue.
Cool.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I went back to my parents, like, where did I fall in? You, Sean Country Bill.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Cayman Park or Sean Country Park, but it was one of them.
Yeah.
And I can
probably
remember
was
my
that Sean.
brothers thinking, like, oh, they were being like, you're an idiot. And I was like, in the car, like,
Yeah, well, I am an idiot.
yeah, and I'm cold.
Speaking of bike riding, as we like to have a little chit chat about the success stories we have with our children. I'm having a lot of trouble currently with teaching Elijah to ride a bike. Now, don't get me wrong. When he's up for it, it's fine. I don't know what to do when it comes to like his nervousness with it.
Okay.
So if he was more confident, he can ride. I've shown you the video of him riding up and down and all that lot. But getting him to do it is really difficult.
Oh, Oh.
So, for example, I went out the other day, I took him and his cousin out because his cousin can ride a bike now and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, you can ride. And I thought if his cousin's riding around and he starts just riding around with his cousin, he'll forget that kind of side of it and he'll just be riding around with him. Couldn't get him to get on it. Like, he was refusing, like, didn't want. And I'm like, Elijah, you've done this before. Like, this is not new to you. You know how to ride a bike. I showed it in the video of him riding. I was like, look, you've ridden a bike. Like, you can do this very easily.
Yeah.
Try and do it.
Just one.
Like, really on and off. And
Is this on grass or on gravel?
on, in a car park.
Yeah, that's gravel, isn't it? Isn't that
Yeah,
gravel?
okay, yeah, gravel.
Yeah.
But
Tarmac.
when you say
tarmac.
yes,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, so tarmac. So, but that's the best place to teach him to ride.
Yes,
because
yeah, I
grass is
agree.
very-
Yeah. I was just wondering if that was attributing to his nervousness.
But the problem is he's not had a bad fall. He's fallen, but he's been fine. When he's got up,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, it's fine. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
not. But I'm just kind of at a loss of what to do. And I've gone down both roads. So I've been like, it's all right, like super encouraging, like, you're fine, don't worry, blah, blah, and all that lot. We've done really well with it. And then it's almost like every time we start, I'm restarting afresh to try and get him on a bike.
Yeah.
So like if we ride the bike all the way, like for a couple of hours and he gets used to it, then he's all right. But then we'll go home. Next day we'll go out on the bikes again. And it's like restarting from scratch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'll admit the last time we went with his cousin and I got a bit shitty with him because I was just like, Elijah, this is stupid. Like, you've done this.
Yeah, but there's nothing
This
wrong with
is
tough
not-
love, is there? Like,
Yeah, this is not a new thing.
Yeah.
I was like, if you don't want to, I'll just sell the fucking bike. Like, this is pointless. Do you know what I mean? And like because it's just frustrating.
It is.
So I'm like, you can do this.
Yeah.
What are you like? Why are you not believing in yourself? I don't understand why you're not. And yeah, I was just like, I picked up his bike, I put it in the boot. I was like, just go and sit in the car. Cousin can ride around, do his thing until he's done, and I'll play with him. Go and sit in the car, like I'm done.
Did he?
Yeah, just went and sat in the car the whole time.
Wow. Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
mean, that's what I told him to. Like,
yeah, but he wasn't like, no, I'll do the bike. I don't want to sit in the car.
yeah, but I wasn't interested by that point. So
Right.
I was like, no, like if this is how you're gonna act. He was like, oh, I'll do it in a minute. I don't want to do it now. I'm like, no, because he'd said that about 10 times,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, no, I'm not going to sit here and continually go over this. Your cousin's trying to ride around and do bits and blah blah blah. It's not fair on him either that I'm just ignoring him to concentrate on you. Like, ride the bike. Do you know what I mean? You can ride it.
That's so crazy because he's not really like that. I don't see him as like that.
What?
Like, I feel like he'd at some point just be like, okay, I'll do it. Everything I've ever seen him do that he doesn't want to do eventually.
And the thing is, he can do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And this is what I mean by, like, I feel like I'm starting to. And maybe, like, it was probably partly my reaction. Like, I'm not saying that I had the perfect reaction, it's all him. My reaction was different to what it had been previously. So, because I'm dealing with two of them, I didn't have the time to just concentrate on him. Because obviously I've got his cousin going,
Yeah.
Gaz, blah, blah, look, I'm doing this. And I'm like, oh, it's fantastic, blah, blah. And then I'm switching back, I'm going, look at him, blah, blah, blah. And it's not working. And yeah, I don't know. Apparently we're going to try again tomorrow. I'm going to try and be kinder about it, but I don't know. I find it very difficult, and I'm very much at a.
This is. I'm gonna put something out to you to what you feel about this. This is something I saw on a video. Obviously, I have no experience of this myself. Have you tried doing like, if you do this today, I'll reward you with this type situation, or would you try and stay away from that?
I do try and stay away from. I don't like bargaining. with him.
Yeah.
I feel like, and the other thing, I don't want him to do it just for reward. I want him to believe that he can do it, because he does a lot of the stuff he gets scared of doing and stuff like that is because he doesn't believe himself.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't believe he can do it.
Right.
And I don't know if you noticed today, I've said it to him a couple of times, he's got very much into the what if mindset.
Yeah, I heard him. Yeah,
He keeps saying, what if this happens? What if that? And I'm like, why are you what ifing? Like, what are you doing? Like, what if the sky falls down? What if this tree falls down? What if this happens? Like, we can do what ifs all day.
Yeah.
Just get on with it. Like, yeah, he's kind of got into that, and he's growing older, and he's what if he's kind of questioning things. So
But I do find his what ifs are always quite negative.
yes, yeah, it's always that he doesn't want to do something. What if I fall? What if I blah blah? What if this happens? Well, what if it does?
Yeah.
Like, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Nothing. You're fine.
We're gonna do it again.
Like, and when we went bike riding previously, like, he felt like he was like, oh, what if I fall? And I'm like, you will. It's fine.
Yeah.
You got pads on, you got a helmet on, you got knee pads on.
You are.
You're absolutely
here,
fine.
Boy, yeah.
Like, if you fall, then you fall. You get back up and you ride the bike again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's something I'm struggling with currently. It's taking a lot longer because of that, like because of his constant. I feel like if he picked up from where he left off, he'd be fine. And as I say, he can ride up and down. He can do it. The only thing that stops him is him just getting scared.
Yeah.
I don't really get it. If I'm honest.
It's a real shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I could impart some wisdom on this because, like I say, I am behind you in terms of what to do at such things.
Yeah.
I feel like because before, I know you've tried this before, it's like the whole G'ing it up before you get there type thing, like you did with the ninja training and stuff. Yeah. But that didn't really work for him either, did it? Before?
No. He gets very. I don't know if it's going to sound weird. I don't know if I've maybe been too protective about certain things, but then I feel like I haven't, and I've kind of let him carry on with bits, and
that is so vague. I don't know what you mean.
So, like, as if when he's doing stuff when he's younger, if I've almost coddled him with certain things and been like, oh, no, don't do that because you'll do this. Don't do that because you'll do this.
Yep.
Don't do that because you'll do it. And now he thinks if I do that, this might happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. That's a possibility of something.
I mean, the other possibility is he's just 5.
Yeah.
That's life.
So, funny enough, I think a real great example of this is what my son is like, and what his cousin is like, and what I'm like, and what my brother is like.
Right.
Genetically, my brother is a much calmer, quieter person, and his daughter is.
Yeah.
I wasn't as a child. I was very loud, very brash, and all that. And my son is like that.
Yeah.
So if you or Jade, growing up, were just quite timid,
I was.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Genetically, that's just how he might be.
Thing?
I'll tell you the weirdest thing. So, obviously, my brother Liam never met my dad until he was 26 or 7 or something like that, right? Had the same mannerisms as him.
Really?
Never met him. Mannerisms me and my brothers don't have.
Yeah.
Liam had them.
How weird.
Yeah. And so that's how strong genetics are. Even though they've never watched each other do the same things, they do the same things.
Okay. Yeah, maybe, I mean, yeah, it could be that. Like I say, I don't know what I was like in terms of being scared of everything. I know I cried a lot as a child.
Yeah, same.
I was a very cryy child. Like my brother and sister used to run off when we went for like family walks, pretend they were running off, and I would cry instantly.
Yeah.
And it was a game by the end of the. Do you know what I mean? I used to just run off and cry.
Yeah.
And I used to cry. So I know I was a bit of a wimpy child. I don't know when it changed, when I was at school at some point, I think, but. Yeah, so I kind of think that's why I kind of think, oh, maybe it's just 5. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I find myself getting more frustrated with it the longer it goes on, and I think that bothers me.
Yeah,
because I don't want to be frustrated. I want him learning to ride a bike to be a happy experience for him.
Yeah,
which I feel like I spoilt last time. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but the problem is it's not going to be a happy experience for him if he hasn't learnt to do it still.
Yeah.
So you're not spoiling the bike riding experience. I think he's getting frustrated that he's not. Yeah. Engaging in the learning.
And I want him to know that him being scared of everything all the time is not okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went over with him, not that day, annoyingly. Blame myself for that as well. Like I held it against him for a day. And then the next day I was like, you're a prick, Gaz. Like, he's a 5. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the following day, like when we went to bed, we had bedtime talks and all that lot, and we spoke about like that being scared is fine, but it's how you act that matters. So you can be scared as much as you want, but then you've got 2 options. You can be brave and you can face it and you can deal with it, or you can run away and say, I don't want to do this and blah, blah, blah. One's fine, one's not. But the point of being scared is okay. I don't want him to think that being scared is not okay.
Yeah.
But the way you face it and the way you deal with it is what matters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we've gone over it and we've spoken about it and stuff like that. So hopefully tomorrow, if we go bike riding, annoyingly, the weather's been terrible here for the past few days. And that's always the fucking way. But I'm hoping that tomorrow we get over it and we can just conquer it and do it.
I'm going to write that on the whiteboard. Elijah's bike lesson. So next time we do a potty, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Because, I'll be interested to see how we get
throw
on.
a fucking video up.
Yeah. and then peddling
Of
away.
the boy, yeah.
Funny enough, just on that subject, I know we've spoken about it before, but I feel like I'm having the opposite problem with Atlas. Of we like researched on like confidence building in children and stuff like that, and I feel like we've gone too far. So I mean, you've seen him today.
Yeah.
You know, the boy's not really that fussed by pain and stuff like that, as we've spoken about as well. And I feel like he's just a little bit too willing to do anything.
So my thing is, the confidence thing I don't think is anything. I think that's good. Like, he's just willing. Because at the end of the day, he's exploring. He doesn't know things. So why would he be scared of something he's just guessing and exploring?
Yeah.
That's not the thing that would... I think that's completely normal. Do you know what I mean? Some kids are just more gung-ho than others, and that's fine. The pain thing is, like, when I noticed it today, when you said about it, like, when he banged his head, I was like, actually, it is quite a big one.
Yeah.
Just no... And it's not like it's like a small reaction. It's no reaction. And I was kind of like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's a metal...
What a hardy little motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, most children would cry at that, like, no doubt.
Or even just be like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I would be like, I'm an adult. Do you know what I mean?
Like, you heard the donk.
He's like, donk.
He just fucking walked in. You saw the mark on his head and the mark on his face.
Yeah. Where
Didn't
did
make
the
him...
mark of his face come from?
I think it's when he runs with sticks.
Oh, just
sometimes
scratches
he...
himself. Okay.
But, like, he doesn't react to it.
No, not at all.
And I'm like... And I've told you the thing with stinging nettles. And I'm like...
But I find stinging nettles a bit weird because sometimes they can sting you and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, this is what me and Becca were saying, but like, he's walked through nettles, essentially. And I'm like, surely he's got stung somewhere in there.
I mean, you should have tried those ones because they stung Elijah through his fucking top. Through his top?
Yeah, they did.
How is that even a thing?
You were like, you won't get stung with clothes on.
Yeah.
What?
Look at you. Yeah, you fucking should have tried those ones.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just worried that I'm going to be like, all right, try this. And it's going to be like, I'm like, oh, it's too much.
Get him in some sort of fighting.
No,
Zero pain.
Yeah,
He'll be that guy that like they're trying to tap out and end up getting like a broken arm because they just tap him out.
Oh, well, that's what worries me. That's my point, though.
Like, no pain to the point it's dangerous for him.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm like, this should bother you.
Yeah, you need to stop.
Yeah. Funny enough,
Normal people.
Yeah. The only time he really cries, and I always say this to people, like when we take him anywhere or do anything, if he gets tired, he gets ratty.
Yeah.
That's the only time he ever really cries.
That really fucking annoying thing. You think he's tired? No, he's just been a brat.
No. Like, because it's always when we're about to leave.
Yeah.
And then he starts to just cry. Like
there are behaviours you can guess. Like at the end of today, where he's like on you and he doesn't want to go down because he's like, he just wants to rest. Yeah. And then he's just... But that's very obvious. Like he's literally just like this on you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So... Obviously, yes, he's tired. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. That's the only time. And that's when he started whinging more, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He didn't whinge the whole time we were there.
I don't think he whinges much anyway.
No, that's what I mean. He's not really a whinging kid.
Yeah,
but I always say to people, if he's going to whinge, we know it's time to go because he's tired. And like I messaged you, didn't I? As soon as I got home, he went to sleep.
Yeah.
Like instantly. But, I'll report back on how that goes.
We're gonna play a game called...
What Hurts Atlas?
Give Atlas dangerous stuff. And see what happens.
Yeah, my mum used to moan at me for I used to let him play with.
Oh, really?
But now look what I've done.
That's what you've done. You've just made him sensitive.
Well, do you remember, I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast, but I bought him those 2 1 kilo dumbbells.
Okay.
Loves them.
Really?
Mate, he loves them. What a great buy. Becca hates them, but I love them. Yeah.
Why does she hate them?
Because they're loud.
Oh, okay, of course, yeah.
Yeah. But he'll be like, putting them above his head and all sorts. Oh, he loves them.
Wicked.
Yeah. He does this thing where he'll like lift them like this. And then he'll come down on the thing, we've got like a little wooden table.
Yeah.
But he used to go bang with them and lift them.
Are they the rubber ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the noise is terrible.
I imagine, yeah.
Right. So
now, there's metal
inside
inside rubber.
Yeah,
so.
right. Now he goes like this. And then he slows it right down at the end and goes, boop. And then he'll like laugh at you. Because you've gone, no, and he doesn't do it. And you go, oh.
You check your sausage.
But I mean, even then, I'm like, look at the muscle control. And I give him heavy. I know he should, but I give him heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you pick that up? Can you carry this?
Can you do this?
Yeah.
I do kind of a similar thing with Elijah, but more for like jumping and stuff and like doing that. I'm like, see that bench? Do you reckon you can jump on it? Run off and jump off the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's much more confident with his jumping and stuff now, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that is good.
It's it's like ninja training is definitely coming into fruition.
Perfect. That's why you did it though, isn't it? To kind of build his confidence and stuff.
There was really annoyingly when we went to Wales, there was a point that really frustrated me, but not that he did anything wrong, but it was just an experience I wanted to have with him that I'm very annoyed that couldn't happen.
Mm.
So we went for this walk in the woods, and you go down to this waterfall that you can then like walk out into the waterfall, and you can climb the side of it, and it takes you up into the rock pools just above the waterfall. And all that
nice.
lot.
Yeah.
So you went for this walk and all that lot, and then he needed the toilet. And I'm like, all right, well, let's go toilet in the bush. Like, do you know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. We went to the toilet in the bush, and he couldn't go. And I'm like, right, okay, well, I don't know really what you want from me.
Yeah.
Because we cut the water, there's no toilets. Like, they're miles away.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went through this whole thing and blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, well, he started like sulking. And I'm like, well, I literally have given you all your options.
Yeah.
Like, you can go for a wee in the bush. I'll come with you. Do you know what I mean? I'll help, blah, blah, blah. Or you can hold it. Like, that's your options. There's no, or wet yourself. But if you wet yourself, you're going to be cold.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's not going to help you at all. A moment of warmth, but
anyway, long story short, like, I took his cousin and that, and we went into the water, and he didn't want to come in the water, didn't want to do any of it, blah, blah, blah. I climbed up the side of the waterfall with his cousin, went up to the rock falls, like, really beautiful, really amazing, climbed back down and all that lot. We were coming back, and I was really, you can imagine I was quite like, like I really wanted Elijah to come with me, and like this to be like a special kind of thing.
Yeah.
So got back in, dried off, got back changed and all that lot. And then Elijah went off with his mum and had a wee and came back. And then he was like, I want to do it now. And I was like, you guys go. I'm doing this. Like, do you know what I mean? Stripped back off. I was like, let's do it. Like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, 100%.
No, nice.
No, he didn't. He stepped into the water and went, this is too cold.
Oh, no.
It's like, why?
Oh, no.
Why? He was like, no, it's too cold, blah, because he was already kind of in a mood by that point. So then he was like, no, it's too cold. I don't want to do it. And I was like, oh.
I've got to be honest with you. I don't know how I'd react in that situation.
Yeah. I was like, well.
Like, my good heart says I'd be like, oh, don't worry about it, it's cold. But the other bit of me is going...
The thing is, it's not disappointing for him. It's only because I want to take him up there.
Yeah, I know, but it's also disappointing for him because he's going to miss it.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. Like, it's not like, we've travelled here solely for this one thing and blah, blah. This just happened to be a waterfall, nice waterfall on the walk. And we were like, oh, cool, we can climb the side. We didn't go there to climb the side. We went there and it was like, oh, you can climb it. Then, like, we climbed it and we were like, this is sick. Do you know what I mean? I would love Elijah to do this. But no, it was like, and then he was in it. But yeah, I mean, that was just annoying because I know what was up there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He doesn't really.
Yeah,
I
get
he's not
that.
disappointed by it. I was just like, I'd love this to be an experience we had. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that big time. Yeah. Like I say, I really, as I'm sure most parents do when their children are little, I really wonder what Atlas is going to be like with stuff. I think about it a lot.
I imagine he'd be pretty okay with shit.
Yeah, I feel like he would.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's one of the worst things about bath times. Which I pretty much always get in the bath with him. He has the cold tap running almost the whole time. He loves the cold water.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Get a nice warm bath. Oh, this is nice. We're playing. And then suddenly he'll take my hand because he wants me to turn the cold tap on. I'm like, leave it off for a bit. Leave it off for a bit. He can do it himself as well. Yeah. So if I don't do it, he just goes, damn.
Oh, good job.
Yeah. And then eventually I'm like, well, time to get out because this water's freezing.
Time to get out because this is awful.
Yeah. But he likes to like put his head under it and stuff and just like feel the cold water and...
God.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing?
I can't stand cold baths.
He loves the hose as well.
I would get out.
Yeah.
I can't stand a cold bath.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sick of it by the time. But then again, whatever. Sometimes we're in the bath for 45 minutes. So it's cold anyway.
Yeah, but you hot water that up every so often.
I don't when he's in it.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I just suffer. But we're having fun. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Isn't this so fabulous? Yeah. But he's having a great time.
Having a great time.
Yeah. I've realised how resilient he is to the cold when we had the hose out.
Yeah.
And he just didn't give a shit. And I was like, wow, that is unbelievable. We are not the same. How?
Do the doctor thing where you tap the knee.
Because I test his nerves. I'll just try and get on him. Am I annoying you?
He's like, no, father.
No. Get away from me, peasant.
Just got no feeling.
Yeah.
Imagine that. There's like a few people. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think he can feel stuff. But sometimes I'm like, to what degree? What degree can he feel stuff? Because, like I said, the I know a lot of children.
As long as it counts emotionally, it's fine.
Yes. I don't know about that either.
No, as long as he can't feel things emotionally.
Oh.
It'd be better. Life would be better for him.
I hope so. Well, would it?
Do you think life would be better with or without emotion?
Definitely be better with.
Really?
Yeah. No highs, no lows. That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know about highs and lows if you had no emotion.
Yeah, but you'd just be do nothing, then, wouldn't you? You'd just be like, you wouldn't care about anything.
You would just do stuff to get it done.
Yeah, but what's the point of living if you don't have get what done? Why do you care?
You don't.
Yeah, then you wouldn't get it done, would you? No, you wouldn't.
Why wouldn't you? You don't care. You wouldn't care the other way either.
Yeah, so you just
You're
wouldn't
not
do
like,
it.
this is making me sad. It just doesn't make me anything. Yeah. Right, let's just do it. Is this
Sorry,
doing?
when have you ever been like, I'm going to do that because I don't care about it? You just don't do it. Do you know what I mean? That is the most ridiculous plan you've made ever.
No, but you're like, okay, this serves a function. It needs to be done. Let's get it done.
Yeah, like
it's not like I care about it.
Yeah, no. There are things that obviously serve a function that need to be done. Yeah. But I mean, anything else.
Yeah, why would you?
What a dead life.
Why is it a dead life?
Because you've got no emotion.
Yeah.
Nothing makes you happy.
Good.
That's not good. You know it's not.
Nothing can break your
awful.
heart.
Awful.
Nothing can hurt you.
Yeah, but sometimes you need a bit of hurt.
Why?
Because you need the lows to know the highs.
Oh, God. Or have none of it.
Don't want
just feel nothing.
That's awful.
Sounds fantastic.
No, that's awful. Awful stuff.
Like a robot.
Like no, not feeling that. Oh! Another fun story.
Ouch. Carry on.
I got my mum and my missus to play Mind Meld the other day.
No way.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
How did that go?
Terrible with my mum.
Oh,
awful.
God.
The missus was like a normal game, went on a few rounds or whatever, but my mum, awful.
Really?
Yeah, I can't quite remember what we went on to, but you know, we were almost going, yeah, ready? 3, 2. Oh, nope, okay. Like, it got to a bit like that with my mum, but we all had a good laugh, though.
Yeah, I can fucking imagine.
Yeah, it was good fun. But can you smash this game of Mind Meld?
Yes. 3. Good transition.
Thank you.
3, 2, 1. Belt.
Brick. What'd you say?
Belt.
Belt and brick.
We both picked things in the room.
God, that's so interesting. I think that's I think Becca and Mum said belt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there, so. A belt.
Oh, that kind of belt, right, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter, it's a belt.
No, you're right. But I was thinking, I need a belt. And then I was like, oh, wrong type of belt.
3, 2, 1. Sanding.
Rough.
No.
Sanding.
Yeah, a sanding belt.
Great, yeah, nice. I like that.
Rough.
And sanding. Come on.
Oh. 3, 2, 1.
Smooth.
I was like,
come
when you went
on.
rough and sanding, I was like, rocks?
I was like, bro, if you don't get this.
I almost said sandpaper. And I was like, no, it can't be sandpaper.
No.
Sort of thing.
Limestone. Just
Coarse.
yeah, there we go. We got there pretty well.
All right, go on then one more time.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Eruption.
Spring.
Eruption and spring.
They're quite similar.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Potential
explode.
energy.
No.
Oh, okay.
Why did you... Sorry. Let's just have a break in mind meld a sec. When your mind went to potential energy, what world did you see me saying that?
Right, and that was what I was going to say, but then when you went, oh, yeah, fuck it, I thought maybe...
He's got potential energy, yeah. That's the one. That's what Gaz is thinking. Fucking idiot. You don't play tactically in this game. That's what irritates. It's not.
I didn't think explosion would be what we second guess. That's just a normal word.
But it has to do with spring and eruption.
Yeah.
The spring explodes, eruption, explosion.
Yeah,
and
but when you were like,
okay.
I don't know about this word.
Yeah.
I thought, what? That works fine. I thought you were going to go, oh, here we go.
Do you know what? Do you know what you went? Do you know what Gaz is going to say? Potential energy.
Yeah, I thought because you deliberated
Not even, just energy. Not, you didn't pick the simple version and just go energy. You went potential energy.
I see your point. It's been well made.
Right, think tactically.
Right.
Okay.
Potential energy and explosion, yeah?
Yeah.
Get easy.
My issue is, I have no fucking idea what potential energy is.
It's as it
energy,
sounds.
So it's just energy that could
like
happen.
a loaded spring.
Like it could happen.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Bomb. Cool.
I knew you'd get it once.
Jesus
I'll give you
Christ.
that.
Yeah. Once you explain what the fuck you were talking about. Yeah. Shockingly, I got it.
That was good. That was fun. Go on, one more. Come on. All right, I want you to go as obscure of a word as you can. Then I go right into the without this fucking.
All right, obscure words.
Obscure.
All the key. I'm like light. That's what I'll say. That's my next one is light.
Do you know what, Sam? That is why I said brick.
Yeah, that's a belt.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Seaweed. How are we doing this? How?
I'm ready.
I'm not. There's so many.
I'm just
Oh, fuck it. 3, 2, 1. Wave.
beach. Oh, waves and beach.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Shore. You don't get mad at the shore.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sea was just wave. Give me some. Come on.
Shore. Seashore.
Sea and shore.
3, 2, 1. Shells.
Water.
Oh, water would have been better.
Yeah, shells a bit beach more related, then, isn't it?
Seashells on the seashore.
Mm-hmm.
She sells seashells. So shells and water.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1. Crustacean.
Because you can hear the ocean when you put shells to your ear, so I thought you might.
You thought, you went simple.
What did you go
Which
with?
is crustacean.
Okay.
Shelled creatures in the ocean.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, shelled creatures in the ocean. Yeah, let's do it. All right, yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but there's 2 really popular
Come
ones.
on.
Okay. I don't know which one you're going for.
You know.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Crab. Okay.
Yeah, if you'd
Thank
gone lobster.
God, I always win lobster.
Fuming.
Oh,
That was good, though, that last one.
yeah, we did
That's the
very well.
worst thing, though. I was telling my mum this. When you and me went round in circles on tree and forest and woods.
It's almost worse when there's too many.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. And that's kind of what we did there. I'm honestly shocked that when we had cliff and seaweed.
I was like,
Yeah, because seaweed's
both-
hella random.
yeah, we've both gone to the ocean. Fantastic.
And then not got it. Got it faster with spring and eruption.
Potential energy got us there quicker. At least you understand potential
It's a great
energy.
game. That is
These
just a
things-
good game,
It
that.
is good. It is good.
I love that we play that.
But now, I believe we're coming to an end. But before you read the fantastical and amazing email that you've got, I just want to ask you guys at home to maybe take a look at this little thing down here. This is our Ko-fi. It's where you donate money to keep us going, keep us living and keep us loving. It's something really special that we enjoy, is receiving money.
That is
So-
massively, yeah.
If you would do that, it's fantastic. Also, make sure you like, subscribe. We're available, obviously, on every single platform known to man. So
All of them,
just do it on all of them.
Yeah.
Just go to every individual platform you can possibly find a podcast on. Search Bromantic and like and love everything.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Leave a little comment. Tell us what your favourite pattern of shirt is.
That's
It'd be great.
okay. Do that. Thank you. I'm gonna get the email up.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I recently went on vacation. I had a rather transformative experience at a festival. It was full of daytime events where there were panel discussions on health and beauty, business success, professional development, creativity, and inspiration, and more. I was able to sit in on multiple discussions with people who are successful in the field that I want to belong to. I listened to discussions on health and fitness, realising that I wanted to change my diet, and I was motivated to get back in shape and lose some weight. I think I was caught up in the emotion and excitement of the event, and in the moment I felt motivated and driven, but now that I am home and the vacation euphoria has worn off, I find myself in a lull. As far as fitness is concerned, I have never had an issue with self-esteem. But I think that one of the reasons I don't date is because subconsciously I don't like the way that I look, the weight that I have put on. I work from home, so it is easy to get comfortable in a sedentary lifestyle. Do you have any advice on how I can reclaim that vacation motivation, or any tips to help jumpstart my fitness journey? Love you guys and thanks. Plot.
Wondrous. Deja vu right now. Although I will answer it very differently, because something's come to me I feel like it's better.
Go for it.
I won't speak to the fitness. That's your area of expertise, and the getting better in shape and the motivation. I know you love that shit.
I do. I'm here for it.
But I will speak to the mental, like the mind state side of things, in terms of, I completely get where you're coming from in terms of your feelings on your body image. Like if you've put on weight and stuff like that. I used to be in very good shape, very large. I was quite a chunky man, not in a fat way, but in a muscular way. And I, obviously over having my son and stuff like that, have put on a lot of weight. So I completely agree with the mindset that you're currently in at the moment. What I do want to say to you is to get rid of the mindset that that's a permanent fixture, and just kind of know that there is something you can do about it. And you need to get out of this comfortable state and put yourself in a place of almost hating the version of you that you have now, but also knowing that you can do better. I think is a great motivator to move you forward into, bettering yourself and getting into the shape that you want to get into. It's definitely where my mind goes in terms of pushing me forward, is just hating the fact that I'm where I am now compared to where I used to be. So yeah, but also give yourself a break in terms of your age and stuff like that. As you get older, it does become a bit harder.
I wholeheartedly agree with everything you've just said. But I don't think I completely agree with the ending.
Which is?
I am a strong believer of excuses will stop you. So if you start to go, yeah, I'm a bit older now, or I'm a bit more this, okay, yeah. I'm a bit more that. That's the only bit that I would be like, I think you've got to just fuck that off. I think if you're really serious, then I think you just have to say, I've got no excuse. Don't lean into that at all. Just fucking whatever it is. Also, I wasn't at any of these things, so I can't really help you on this bit. What was said that motivated you at that time? What bit got into you? And I tell you, I know it's going to sound really lame, but what really got me into fitness when I was younger was watching 300. And I used to work out with 300 on in the background in my little back room where I grew up. And things like that. Like, if you can find something that just gets you started, I think that is... And so if it's something that someone said or something that really struck a chord with you, I would really hone in on that, because everyone is different. So I'm same as you. I do what I call positive negativity. So sometimes I wake up in the morning, if I'm not training at the minute or anything, but I'm tired. And I go, are you that much of a pussy? You can't even wake up early. Like, and that's how I'll kind of make sure I get my shit done. Like, are you that lazy? You're not going to make this meal. Like, and that, if that works for you as well, like almost reinforce things in yourself that you're pathetic and that you have to improve. Because what you are now isn't good enough. But that doesn't work for everyone. No. And I fully understand that.
Almost making it not an option. More like it has to happen. It's not a choice.
Yeah.
It's a need, not a want.
But yeah, and the way to do that for me, the only way I can make me do that is by telling myself I'm not good enough. And that is kind of how that goes. But the other way of doing things is just positive reinforcement, where the feeling of completing the goal makes you feel good. So that's what you have to remind yourself. Like I need to get to the gym. And then when you go, be like, fucking amazing, I did that today. That is unbelievable stuff. And that's whatever that is on that trip that made you think of that. That is what you have to remind yourself. You're with that positive reinforcement of, I'm closer to that goal now. That thing that really spurred me on to get started. I'm now closer to it every single time I go. But like I say, if you start to give yourself one or two excuses and you let them seep in, it's game over. You have to do everything in your power. Every time you're like, I'll probably won't make it to the gym today. But you fucking know you can. Like, that can't happen. I didn't eat enough today. or I'm a bit tired, or, you know, I need another day's rest. Like that shit will eat you, and that will win. So that would be my one of my main pieces of advice to you as well, is don't let an excuse beat you. Like, don't even contemplate. If an excuse comes into your head, beat it. And that is a mental victory for you every time you think like, oh, I can't be bothered to do this. Or like, I don't know if you've ever done this, but I used to do it. Every time I used to have like a negative thought, I used to do 10 press-ups.
No.
Or something like that. Just to try and get myself out of the habit of thinking negatively.
My thing is, obviously, when I was into it, there was nothing much other than that I wanted.
That was your obsession.
So, yeah, I was obsessed. Like, I would go 7 days a week to the gym. Like, even if I wasn't doing, like, a heavy session, I needed to be in the gym for an hour to 2. Do you know what I mean? It could even be that I go and I do, like, you know, an uphill walk on the treadmill for half hour and then just sauna and swim. Like, but I'm at the gym.
You're there,
I've gone to the gym. I've done it. And it has to be a part of my day. I joined 24-hour gyms, you know, the work schedule we used to have. And I'd do like a 15-hour day, but I would get to the gym for at least 2 hours. I would be in that gym.
Yeah.
Go home, sleep for a little bit, get back up, go to work the next day.
Yes, it's a real mindset, though.
And it wasn't a want. I needed to be there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my day, people often like make fun of like, you know, gym rats and stuff like that when they're like 3 days off the gym and they're like, it made me sad. Like if I missed the gym for a few days, it made me sad. I was the guy when we went on holiday in a hotel gym. Like actually I'm on holiday, but I still need to take a couple of hours out of the day to go and lift some weights and go heavy. Like even if it wasn't mad heavy, I need to go and do
something.
Yeah, go and do something. I would look for it in hotels when we were booking holidays.
Yeah.
Like I would look, does it have a hotel gym? Cool, happy days. Like let's go there. So yeah, there wasn't much negative like, oh, I can't do this, oh, I'm tired, because I knew I needed to make it there.
Yeah.
I think maybe it would be good to introduce that now, because obviously, as I say, like I'm not in that headspace now. I know I can possibly get back there, and I'm much more in a headspace now that I'm trying to lose the weight. I went during summer holidays. If Elijah didn't have plans, stuff like that, we got up every morning. We went for a run or did something and stuff like that. So yeah. It's much more of a headspace that I'm in now. That would probably be helpful. But back when I was training, there was no stopping me.
I hated training. It's one thing that people always say to me, like, oh, you love the gym. But I fucking don't. No, I love winning. Yeah, That's what I love. That's what obsesses me. Yeah. So for me, if I ever used to get negative thoughts to me, because I didn't want to go to the gym. And I'd be like, it's quite late. You could probably just have dinner and go to bed. Yeah. Or, you've got that new game that you want to play. That you could just play that for a couple of hours instead. That was the worst one for me. If I could think of something that I would rather do, because sitting around doing nothing for me was never an excuse. Yeah. Like, you're tired. I used to eradicate that. But if I could think of something that I wanted to do instead, I'd let that eat me. I'd let that shit eat me. Mate, God, I do really want to play that new game though. Oh, I really do. I'd be like, no, that's it. Like, fuck it. Do some press up now. Yeah. Like, you fucked it. Yeah. So that's not a bad thing to do. Like, it's just being like the idea of being strict with yourself. Like I said, it goes motivation, discipline, consistency. You can't skip any of those phases. You're not going to start disciplined and you're not going to start consistent. You have to be motivated and you have to find these little things that get you there until you find 3, 4, 5 weeks down the line, you're now disciplined. You don't need that motivation. You just know you need to go. And then months down the line, you're just consistent. You don't even need to be disciplined anymore because you're just going to do it. It doesn't require any mental strength or anything like that. But just remember that order. And because, like I say, getting that motivation in, just try and remember those little inklings of things. And for the fitness side of things, do what works for you. Do what's going to keep you doing it. Like, some people love swimming. Some people love jogging. Some people love whatever. Like, go to a class, join a boxing club, or like whatever it actually is that you want to do to help you lose weight. Work out at home. You know what I mean? Just make sure you find that, because I tried bodybuilding and I fucking hated it. Couldn't do it. Bored the shit out of me. So I just didn't go. So
what's weird is I used to train bodybuilding style, but I much preferred strongman training to bodybuilding training. God. But I trained bodybuilding training for so long to get to like the size I was at. But I was also like, I didn't do like bodybuilding training like lightweights. Like I would push it to the extent I go.
Decent.
So I was still very strong.
Ronnie Coleman
Do you know what I mean?
style. Yeah.
Like I was still very, very strong. But as soon as like Sam took me strongman training and stuff like that, a couple of times down to where
Terry Holland's
there. I forgot his fucking name now.
Tezza.
Dave's gym. And I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Like, the strongman training just suited me so much more. Just pure, just exerting strength.
Yep.
I think if I was ever to get back into training seriously, that's more the side I would go to now.
It's just the only side I think I'd bother
just
with.
like I'm much more interested now in strength and general fitness as opposed to back. I was just like, look, get fucking massive.
Yeah.
That's
It's what I call the Captain America thing. It's being so well-rounded, which is what I'd like to be now.
Like functional strength.
Yes, yeah. Like, I'll get fit so I can still play sports, football, MMA, boxing, whatever. But I also want to be able to pick up something that's really heavy or bench something that's really heavy, like just because you can. So that would be my kind of thing. But I'm nowhere near that right now. And I'm not even motivated to get motivated. And that's okay. I don't want to. So that's the other thing. Just know what you want to do and get there. And I want you to hear these words. And then I would love you to email back and tell us how you're getting on. And what it is, because I tell you what, that's actually interesting to me as well. What is it that is inspiring you to feel this way? And how are you using it? Or how are you going to use it now? Because, I'd love to hear that. That'd be cool.
The other thing, just to chalk on to the end of that, always remember that getting fit, losing weight, training and stuff like that is an entire lifestyle change. Don't think that you can just carry on the way you're going and hit the gym and everything will be fine. You've got to change your lifestyle. You've got to look at changing everything. It's not just a small, I'll hit the gym for an hour every day, but carry on doing everything I'm doing now. Everything, food, sleep, rest periods, everything has to change as well in order for you to make it effective. I imagine it will probably still do something if you don't, but you're not going to get the results that you want if you don't change everything. So just make sure you're prepared for that as well.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. The other thing I'll add on top of that as well, though, is don't burn yourself out too quick.
Burn yourself out as soon as you can.
Yeah, because some people do this big lifestyle change and they're like, this isn't for fucking me. That's what I did with diet. I went so one way with it. And I was like, I can't get this up.
Yeah, but I don't
never work.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not saying you go from like normal eating to 8 meals a day, small portions, blah, blah, blah. Like, change it slowly. Obviously, that's absolutely
fine.
fine.
That's what I'm getting at.
Oh,
but do it at a pace.
I feel like you're criticising me, mate.
No. I'm just making sure he doesn't go, fuck. And then just
Everything's
goes,
got to go.
Yeah.
I always found that so I got to a point when I was training where I was eating, I think I told you, I was eating, was it 12? Every 1.5 hours for 18 hours.
Crikey,
I would eat. Yeah. So I'd wake up in the morning, eat. Every hour and a half, I would have something to eat. And my day was 18 hours long, so I don't know, that's 12 hours. That's 12 meals, yeah. So I was eating 12 meals a day. And people are like, I just can't eat that much. I'm like, do you think I started just eating 12 meals a day? No. Like, I started at 4, I'd add one in, then I'd add one in, and I'd add one in, and very slowly just work up to. So many people think they can just go from eating 2 to 3 square meals a day to eating 6 to 8 meals a day. Yeah. Absolutely fine. And I'm like, that's not how that works.
Nope.
Your whole body has to change and get used to this and blah. And when you're used to eating 4 meals a day and you start thinking, actually, I'm quite hungry in the evenings, I can have a meal in. Do you know what I mean? And then, and only then do you have to, start upping that. And people just try and, as you say, switch it so quickly.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
It's just not.
It's foolish.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, also on the Discord, there is our gym page. And I know you're on it. So post stuff on there if you need advice, if you need help. There are lots of people that would help out and give advice and stuff. So please feel free to use that community.
We're here.
Yeah. And we'll be there for you. So yeah, I think that covers that email though.
Absolutely.
I could probably chat about it for fucking hours, but without him actually being here to let us know a little bit more, I'm going to struggle. So, but hope you all enjoyed that little bit at the end there. Just threw that little story out there for you.
We love you lots.
Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Enjoy the full episode.
You're monotonal and shit, mate.
Yeah.
Why are you such a prick?
Yeah.
Not even giving advice. That was shit, Gaz. Just wait until the end. Go on. Picking up on earlier's point.
Sleep it out.
You might want to reread that because God awful, mate.
Read it like you're not a thicko.
It's constructive criticism. There are two ways. Two versions of constructive criticism.
Okay.